podcast. Welcome to the 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 podcast.
I'm a little bitch.
You's a bitch. You's a bitch.
I'm a bitch.
Yo!
Band breaks with Martyr for Madison.
Like, the idea would be the shirt design is... It's not an elaborate design. It's just got our symbol on it. But the shirts come, like, essentially like what Tom is wearing, where it's like a pre-printed or tie-dye shirt, or like... The shirt is the fashionable aspect of it. And you just snap our logo onto it. And there was a really cool one I sent you guys. You guys all liked it.
Charlie Brown on cocaine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown cocaine Christmas.
I took that into Photoshop and I put our logo on it. It looks sweet. I know I showed it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're having issues getting those shirts?
Like something like what Tom's wearing right now, like they're a dime a dozen. But like that one was particularly unique. It kind of had like the tie-dye only half of the shirt and half of the shirt was white. So, I mean, if we want to look through what's on Alibaba, maybe, and see if there's any designs on there that we might want to use, that's something we could do. Because they are way cheaper. It's just, it takes a long time for them to come in. That's the main drawback. I did find a tricolor hoodie. Do you remember the price on those, Tom?
I don't, but I think
It was
cool
very reasonable. Hold on.
I'm not
But
seeing...
he does embroidery. Actually, he just said beanie season. This was back in September. He said beanie season is coming up. Keep you in mind for all your embroidery and screen printing needs. So
That'd be dope.
So hoodies, $14 a piece, printed, but then $150 in shipping.
that's because it's coming from China?
Yeah, that's the design.
Oh, those are cool.
Right?
I'd fucking wear one of those.
And then again, like it just have our little M symbol like on the chest.
I do remember those. Those are slick.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I was
really like those.
I wanted to, before I brought it to you guys, I was like, let me see if this
think I'm getting picked
is going to
up.
make sense. That's the idea. So maybe we can spend like 20 minutes looking at Alibaba later and see if there's anything that we all like. So I don't remember the quantity she wanted for this hoodie that's tricolor like that.
That's really cool, though.
But yeah, I was just thinking like where the black hits, just leave a little bit of space and then you put our symbol right there on the left breast above the nickel. But you could do something where a lot of times they have the printing on the back too. Mm-hmm. You could do that too. But $14 a hoodie is a good price. I think when we did hoodies here locally in Michigan, we paid over $20 a hoodie. It's just then there's the shipping on top of it, and you gotta have it make sense from a number of shirts you're buying standpoint. Mm-hmm. So I guess if we find a couple designs that we all like, we try to pursue those. So yeah, that's one thing. I think maybe just picking a couple things and then just going with it. Ryan really liked the idea of hoodies. I don't know how you feel about hoodies or t-shirts or hats if we had to pick two things that we were going to print, because I think that's probably all we'll be able to do. And here's the shirt. Here, pass that around to AC too. Here's the shirt with our symbol on it. That's the one I was most excited about. I was like, I would wear that shirt all the time.
Yeah, and he mocked it up with the symbol in the corner.
That's the one I really wanted. But she was like, I don't have this design of tie-dye right now. And then she sent me like 6 other swatches, and they're more like Tom's shirt, which there's 30 different companies that do shirts that are like this. There's nothing wrong with that. I like this one because it was unique.
Yeah. I think that hoodie and the dad hats are sweet.
That's one of the other things about ordering from China too that worries me a little bit, is that the sizing is a little bit different.
Yeah. What if
However,
fucked?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You order all different sizes anyway.
Yeah, but Chinese are small, bro.
Okay. So maybe when we're done with this, we can look through what's on Alibaba and make a couple, like narrow it down to a few. There's a lot on there, but there's a lot of messaging back and forth with these people, and it takes them like a long time to respond.
Is Alibaba, is that in China too?
Yeah, it's like the Chinese Amazon. It's like their Amazon, but you can order everything in bulk.
Including fish.
I don't know about that, but
No, you can order fish, bro.
okay. But yeah, I mean, their specialty is like bulk ordering, and it's supposed to be cheap. Like if you were ordering 1,000 of something, that would 100% be the way to go because it's super cheap. I was looking at stickers, for example. Stickers are dirt cheap. Like it's like if you order 1,000 stickers, it gets down to like a penny a sticker.
Holy shit!
And you can get like big ass ones. That was another thing I thought we should consider because you can get big ass we can get the big ass 4x4 stickers with our little symbol on it. Mm-hmm. And it'd be like $100 for 1,000 of those big ass ones. That'd be pretty sick. They do have stuff like can koozies and lighters on there you can get too. So if ever we wanted to do that, it comes to like 60 cents a piece.
Do you think there's like a little embroidery machine that we could use and just do it ourselves?
I have no idea. I mean, there's always
on like shirts. I don't know. Could be cool.
If you want to look into it, go for it, man. I will not be custom
My work
embroidering our
does embroidery.
shirts.
Do they?
I don't even know how to do it. It's actually something they just started doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like we got like a wall from here to there of just embroidery machines. Then we have a little one that's probably like the size of that.
What are they using it for?
Like shops. Like they'll buy like Carhartts and put like names on their shirts or.
Oh, that's pretty slick.
All right, so we haven't officially talked about the album release date. Tom and I talked about it, and I think we maybe mentioned it at one point. But if we're going to work backwards with music video releases, let me ask you this, AC. How many music videos, if we have 5 songs and 5 music videos, how many music videos come out before the album comes out? And do you release all of them before, and then the last one comes out when the EP comes out? What do you think?
That's tough.
That is tough.
I'd say at least one song before the album comes out. What's the goal of the videos?
What do you mean by goal?
Like,
What's the goal of releasing music in general?
like I don't know. I mean, why not just release it all in one day?
Release all 5? I think that
No.
oversaturate.
No, like when you drop the album, it comes with these videos. But do one video before, to get people pumped for the album.
Okay, well, it's an interesting idea. I think the nice thing about doing all the videos, though, is like we can keep people engaged in our page over time.
Well, that's why I was asking what the point was of the videos.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily the point of the videos, but having a delayed release or release over time gives us... It keeps the momentum... Like, I think each time you release something new, we can promote it to Spotify playlists. We can try to get it on, like, other review sites or Dreambound or something like that. Each time we have a new single, we can...
That's usually when our page gets the most attention is when you drop like a new music video.
The more that we have, the more traffic we can drive. And
Yeah. I'm just thinking about back in the day, though, like when you got a CD, it came with a fucking video disc.
Oh,
That
I
was
see.
dope,
That would
you
be
know?
cool.
Never
You look
thought
forward
about
to that.
That'd be cool.
We could look into at some point maybe printing a DVD like a sub. Well, we had talked about releasing like a deluxe version of the EP at some point. Maybe adding in deckhands, recording deckhands as a bonus track, and do a dual release with a DVD or something. That'd be dope.
That would be cool.
Well, all right. So I'll tell you what Tom and I were thinking, and we'll see what you think, what your thoughts are. So we start talking about a release, like pick a Friday to release it because albums come out on Friday, and then work backwards every 2 weeks essentially. A new song would be released leading up to the album dropping, and then the album drops on the same day that the last song drops. So essentially, they're getting it all when the actual EP drops.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can release it earlier, like if Nick comes through and he exceeds our deadlines, like he comes in earlier than our deadlines, then we can hopefully release the first 1 or 2 videos earlier. But if you work backwards in 2-week increments, I think a realistic release date would be like May 8th.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
We're going to have another album written by then.
The only thing that I think about that too is like I like the idea of doing that, of like just releasing one every 2 weeks until it comes out. But then my fear would be that it would be a lackluster album launch if there's nothing new to put out with it.
Well, that's an interesting point. Are we going to have a big thing for an album release, though?
Right. That's the other thing is we might not even need that.
Also, but if we know that it's coming up in May, hopefully, like, for the first month, we don't need anything to kind of continue or propel any interest in our page, but that would give us till June. Maybe we could have a cover song or two ready by then. Then it's something different other than these originals that we're putting out every 2 weeks. Were you guys thinking about doing some promo photos for the first time ever?
Doing what?
Promo photos?
Be wise.
We just have to pick a day. JR will do them for us.
That's right.
I've talked to him about that. He said he'll do them for us. So we just have to pick a day. We'd have to decide, what do we want him to look like or where do we want him to be.
We also have 2 weeks until the video shoot. We definitely need to figure out what we're doing for wardrobe on these songs.
Right. Which I just texted Nick about. Hopefully he gets back to me. If he doesn't, I'll call him. Because what we wear will be affected by the lighting. Mm-hmm. At least to a certain extent.
Did you get those glasses from that website?
No.
Oh. I was going to see how it went.
I do plan on using it when the new year comes for prescription sunglasses. Because I'll have new money. What is it called? I'll have a new allowance for glasses? What do they call that? Like they give you $100 or $150 towards frames every year on your insurance plan?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that's called.
You don't have eye problems, do you?
Mm-mm.
Why the fuck is dental and eye, like, why is that separate from normal insurance, like coverage, like healthcare coverage? It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Dude, healthcare coverage doesn't make sense.
Every part of our body is covered except for your eyes and your teeth. And all that shit it's like the most important shit.
Dude, like Casey said, it doesn't make any sense. Like, we pay like 10% or 20% of our paychecks, and then we have to pay co-pays and deductibles and prescription costs. And then on top of that, we get bills.
It doesn't make any
We pay
sense.
more than any other country in the world for our health care, and we have the 35th ranked outcomes. It's fucking stupid. Anyway. No, it makes no sense, dude.
No.
You pissed Nate off. Look at the waves on that one.
It's one of the most frustrating things to me because there was a period of my life where I didn't have health insurance and I was really sick and it was a problem.
Yeah.
I was like, my monthly prescription costs when I was 18 years old were $300 and I had no insurance. It was insane.
People don't give a shit unless they're going through it themselves or they know someone that's going through it. Otherwise, they're like, I'm fucking healthy. Who gives a shit? And then they actually they go through a period where they experience it and they're like, wow, this is pretty shit.
I just switched my shit up, man. Went to I think they call it a high deductible plan?
HDHP? Yeah, high deductible health plan.
Yeah, but my max is, well, for Sasha and I, it's $4,000. That's the most I can spend in 1 year.
Yeah.
And then everything's 100% covered.
But you have to pay that $4,000 first.
Right.
Yes.
That's fine. Dude, you know how much
I
fucking
did
money
that
I
last
spent?
year. I did that last year.
Yeah. How'd it work for you?
My prescription in January was $960.
So
Fucking sucked.
Oh,
But I mean,
you see the real price on it, right? Until you pay the $4,000.
you didn't get a deal on your prescription at all?
no.
My plan there's a percentage that they showed me on prescriptions. So you don't pay 100% of that.
I had to pay 100% till I hit my deductible. Well, it was partially because there was not a generic for my prescription either.
Oh.
In the middle of the year, a generic, rewind 18 months ago, the U.S. government approved a generic for this prescription I take, which is mesalamine, which is basically ibuprofen with like a hard outer casing that delays the dissolving in your body. So I have I have inflammation in my intestines. Mm-hmm. So they want delayed release in the intestines. The U.S. would not allow a generic manufacturer of it because there was some licensing going on. Like there's somebody owned a license, and so that all they had was name brand drugs. And then 18 months ago, they finally approved a generic drug, one generic drug. And so when that one got introduced into the market, I could then get my prescription for like $50 a month without insurance. So this year, I got off the high deductible health plan and I went back on. I actually got the Cadillac insurance for myself, and then Jessica and Knox are on like a. I don't think they're on an HSA high deductible plan, but they're on a lesser plan. Like I'm covered way up here because we know for a fact that I'm going to be maxing out whatever coverage I get every year. I'm going to, between the diagnostic tests I have to do and the prescriptions. That alone is going to hit whatever.
That's why I did this one, because I feel like I think it was like $10,000 I've been paying the last 2 years from testing and shit. You know what I mean? I won't have to pay that. I'm going to pay $4,000.
Right.
That beats the hell out of $10,000.
Yeah, man.
Right. It's just, we ran into it where it was like, it is $4,000, but you do have to, we had to pay it all like within a couple of months. And it was a lot. It was a lot to do.
Oh. Shit, I just go to the hospital and say, I can't pay this right now. They put me on a payment plan.
Well, that works as long as you don't have a prescription to take. Because if you have a prescription, like that's what happened to me. Cause
you got to pay it up front?
I had to pay up front 100% for the prescription, which was in January $960. And I used Good RX to find the cheapest in town.
That's what I used.
And I got it down to $550 a month for like 3 or 4 months. And then I also had some testing done. Knox and Jessica had some stuff done. So by like May, we had hit the $4,000 deductible. And then it was fine.
Yeah.
Because we were just paying copay on my prescription, which was like $15 a month. We still have to pay copay.
I don't have any copays on mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a bunch of shit. There's a bunch of pharmaceutical companies and insurance companies making money at our costs.
I want to put some bricks through their windows.
Yeah. People like to argue that, like, well, it's capitalism, that's the way it works. They can charge whatever they want if it's a product that people need. It costs a lot of money to make these drugs. There's all this research and stuff like that. But what people fail to realize is that a lot of these prescription drugs were subsidized by the U.S. taxpayers to begin with. Like, the U.S. government gave subsidies to these pharmaceutical companies to start certain drugs, like the EpiPen. Like, like the research on that was funded by the U.S. government.
So
and then
basically we fund it, and then we also pay extra when they want.
And then they get all the profits. And the U.S. taxpayer gets none of that in return. It's absurd. It makes, so I mean, you can say it's capitalism and it costs all this money, but a large amount of these drugs that have been around for 50, 30 years, it's not the case. Like, they've made their money back and 10,000 times it. And now it's just I think it's gouging. It should be illegal.
They should kill themselves.
Martin Shkreli should kill himself. Fuck
should.
that guy. You remember that guy, Farmer Bro?
Yeah, man. He's a huge.
You remember
piece of shit.
Farmer Bro? What was the drug that is an AIDS medication?
I thought it was the
What? Where's this guy from?
So he was a pharmaceutical executive, and he bought the license to an AIDS medication, and immediately his company jacked up the price of it from like $200 to $1,200 a month. And so like all these people this is a life-saving drug, all of a sudden can't afford it. And it made huge news at the time. This was probably like 2015, 2016. And he just kind of was like this young, he's in his 20s. He just had a real cavalier attitude about it, like, fuck you guys, I can do what I want, this is America. And he got away with all of that, but then he got caught, like, he bought Wu-Tang's album. Do you not remember that?
He bought that.
Do you not remember this guy?
Album?
No.
Wu-Tang created one album, or an album, and they only made one copy of it. This is after all that. He got the top, so they auctioned off the one copy of this album, and he won it. And like, if you were a cool person, you'd be like, all right, I'm going to share this with the world now. Or maybe you keep it for yourself for a while, and then you share it with the world. And he's like, no, fuck you guys, this is mine. Never released it, never shared any of it. So he never got in trouble for the price gouging shit, but it was like huge national news. He would go on like the Today Show and stuff like that, and people really hate you. How do you feel about that? And he'd be just like, fuck people.
He was just so smug.
He was super smug about it. He got called to testify in front of Congress about it. But then he got in trouble because he ripped off like Wall Street investors. I don't remember how. Somehow he ripped off some Wall Street investors, and then he got prison time for that shit.
He just got moved back in April. He moved into a more secure federal prison because he was using a banned cell phone and still running part of this company. So he had to get moved to more high security.
Yeah.
He's a huge piece of shit.
It's pretty crazy, man.
I never heard of that guy.
No? Yeah, that's one of the things that I've whenever something pops up in the news about like prescription costs or something like that, I'm like, yeah, I know firsthand. I'll check out what this is about. So what do you think, AC, about this release schedule?
I just want to show people our music.
Well, I would say as soon as we have the first video done, we should release it. Like as soon as we can reasonably like set up promotion, submit it to Spotify for consideration.
If we're recording the 11th, the music the 11th, and he said that he would definitely have it to us by the end of the month.
No, he said
a week, right?
No, he said he would have a first cut of it within a week.
Okay,
and then he said, and then we agreed that the final cut would be no later than the end of January.
I thought we were doing the 12th.
We are the 12th.
My bad.
You got that whole day open, right?
The 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're going to be doing 5 videos. It's going to take a while.
In Saginaw?
I don't know exactly where. I think that's where it is.
Fuck.
It's not Saginaw. It's like
closer to Lansing.
I don't know. It's going to be a hike. We'll have to listen to a playlist on the way there or something. You know, we'll have to cruise. It'll be fun. But I would say like whenever we can release the first one, we should do that as soon as possible because as long as we can set up the promo properly, we have time to make sure that Spotify has enough time to consider the song for a playlist, and if we're gonna, so about 30 days after we get the video, we could release it. So March 1. If you work 2 weeks back, March 1 would be about 2 weeks ahead of schedule. But I think you could even maybe beat that. Like if he actually got it to us by January 20th or something like that, then we could get it out February 20th. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or even sooner. I don't know if we really need a month. That seems pretty. All right. When you think about publications, though, like if we're going to try to get into some publication, a lot of times they're planning their next issue like 30 days from now. I don't know if we're going to try to shoot for that or not, but if we are, that stinks. Sorry about that, guys.
Why would you do that to us?
My belly hurts. I had to let it out.
You're a bad person for that. Try not to breathe that fart in.
Do you smell? You smell it?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
It away.
I don't think there's much breeze in here, so
Put it towards the window.
it's not like a thick, lingering smell. It's just kind of like a. It's like a poof into the ether, you know. Ryan's not coming. Just got a text from him.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for letting us know, brah.
Motherfucker doesn't have a job, and he still is hard fucking scheduling for
I
stuff.
forgot he doesn't have a job. I really want to know what he was doing this weekend that we were supposed to know about.
I told you guys over and over again.
I feel like I want to say he went to Wisconsin.
So I agree with you. May 8th is a long time away, but that would give us an opportunity to really build up to it.
So you're thinking just because the videos won't be done by then, right?
Well,
Jesus, that was quick. Unless that's fucking Tom.
It's
Probably Ryan saying okay.
We should probably look at getting comfier shirts than like the Gildan shirts.
Yeah, that's embroidery.
yeah, we should definitely do that. Now, second question is, where would we want the M logo or icon? We should go on icon.
Yeah, probably right in the middle.
I was gonna say, what about if it's off to the right or left?
I think because dad hats are so simple anyway, you don't have a lot to look at.
Okay.
I think right in the middle for a dad hat. If there was more to it, then I can see what you're saying.
What do you think, AC? Where do you put that icon on the hat? Right in the middle? And how big?
I don't know if you could put it in the middle if it's got the... Doesn't it have a big old like stitching going down the middle?
I think they can embroider over that if it's embroidery. They can't screen print over it.
Maybe off to the side, maybe.
I kind of thought so too a little bit, but Tom was.
Oh, here.
I mean, like almost where your Carhartt symbol is sitting on your head right now.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just pull it. I think, yeah, I mean, every single one of these, just scroll through these, they're all right in the middle there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was a cool shirt though I wanted to show you guys on Alibaba. I thought Tom will definitely like it. I don't know if AC will like it. What do you guys think of this with a white icon on it?
That'd be cool. I like that.
I mean, I wouldn't wear that shit, but
Yeah, I wouldn't wear that shit, but
do you guys want to order hats through him then?
yes.
I would think so, man. Seems
Yes,
like a
let's
good,
order hats through him.
Seems like a good deal.
Tell him yes, let's get started on them.
What kind of-
Can he send us the colors he has available?
Yeah, the colors of the hats.
We could pick some colors.
Because yeah,
based
some
on
we
what
can do
he's-
black and some we can do white, right?
I'd really like to do like that gold color if we can find it. It's like my favorite color right now. I was telling you that the other day.
Well, I meant like the actual, like, so we can put like the stitching.
Right, depends on
Depending
the
on
color of
which
the
color,
hat,
yeah.
right? I think, yeah. I think when you're talking about setup stuff, it's more like the positioning on the hat more than anything, or the positioning on the shirt. So we got all those, the last time we ordered hats, it was fun to do 4 different colors. We obviously found out that only 2 of them sold.
Yeah, man, those blues and greens, the John Deere.
still
Blues
got-
and greens didn't sell.
We still got like 60-70% of what we got in the blues and greens. We sold out of both of the blacks, the black with the white and the black on black, and then we reordered the black on black. And we've gone through a lot of those already.
Well, I mean, maybe those will go with the crazy fucking pink shirts you guys are ordering now.
Yeah, maybe people will still dig them. Maybe we can still sell those.
Well, yeah, for sure. So I'm coming back. I'm swinging back to this release schedule. What do you guys want to do? Do we want to save anything for post EP release,
At
or do we
this
just want to ramp up with them?
I don't think it matters how we do it, because I don't think it's going to change the outcome of like how many people would listen to it. So whatever is like we think is like a good schedule, I think we just stick to it and make sure that I think it's going to be more about getting the publications and like getting everything lined up than it is about when it's released. As long as we have all our T's crossed and I's dotted, then it shouldn't matter. What do you think? Do you think it'll hurt if we released a video every 2 to 3 weeks leading up to the thing? Or do you think that it would, or do you think you really know?
I think you should just do the money shot and release it all.
Release it all at one time?
No, I don't care. I just want to release the
You
music.
just want to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason that we couldn't release the EP earlier in the process and release the music videos afterwards.
Yeah, we were kind of.
That's-
It's a good point. We can move the EP release date up, and then we can release two or 3 videos, and then
Yeah,
and
two before, 1 on the day of the release, and 2 after.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do any of that.
I think that might actually be smart because, like I said, I don't want us to blow our load before the whole thing's released, because then you what
Stop with the hand motions.
Sorry, dude. then what is there? You know, it's like, what is there?
I don't know, the clear stuff.
Yeah, man.
Clear
There's
stuff
gotta
that
be more.
comes out.
There's gotta be more to that, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I was saying. Like that gives, if we did a May release and we did this schedule leading up, that would give us from now until May to plan what we were going to do after. We could do a cover song or something. I mean, I don't know. We're not. No band is ever going to have constant content all the time unless you're able to do this full time. And
Right.
I mean, it's just not realistic. But
Could you get those shirts and shit? So they would be cheaper if you didn't have them print anything, right? The stuff from China.
Yeah.
They
Depending on
probably.
what it is.
So just to have them ship the plain shirt, no printing.
And then have this guy print them.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if the price would be that different. I could find out. Like, I really like that tricolor hoodie that I found. That was one. If we
Yeah.
could find something similar to
Yeah,
I
that.
feel like all those sites are pretty like just like standard shit, you know?
Yeah.
We could always play it by ear too, with like, so if you see, this might be a terrible idea, but I just thought of it. If like a company is like selling out of something on their website and they're clearancing everything out in a certain style or something like that, and it's a cool style, you can just buy up, you know, all of everything from small to XL, XXL, if it was at the right price, and then we can print on it ourselves, or have
Right.
take it to someone.
If you could find something like that.
There's
Well,
got-
that's why I found myself on Alibaba to begin with, is
Yeah.
because they have bulk discount items.
It's good
There's
price.
other websites like that. I'm trying to think. DH Gate is another one.
Watergate.
DH Gate.
Oh. Just say I don't
There's
trust
another-
anything that has a gate in it.
Yeah, I mean, we can look at it. I mean, I guess, well, we can try to find a couple things or something.
I'm glad we made progress on the dad hats. That's cool.
All right, I'm going to send this schedule for you to visually look at right now. Okay?
Why?
Because I feel like I just keep asking the same question, but I don't really feel it's getting anywhere. Do we like this? Do we not like this? Do we want to do something? I know you said you want to blow it all at once, but if our main presence is online, then spacing it out would have
What if
a
you drop
benefit to
two
us.
songs and then drop the other 3 with the album?
Well, again, if you're not spacing them out,
Why do you need to space them out?
because if you put them all out at once, you're not going to get the same. Every time you release something, like Tom was saying, it drives people to our pages. We pick up new fans every time we release something.
So if we drop all of the stuff, if we drop too much stuff at the same time,
It's just I think
online,
it's gonna get missed. Like people aren't gonna see.
yeah, it'll be cool at that time, but then it'll slowly peter out. Whereas if we have,
There'd be a big peak for all this activity, and then
but if we have it released, and then another 2 weeks later release another video, then you see it spike and kind
But
of.
you don't think
it stays
that
like-
will make people like not look forward to the album?
Well, that's what I was kind of saying was.
what are we building them up for the album for though?
The album's more important than the videos, right?
Well, I mean, now we live in a kind of a singles society, right?
So when you release the video, you're releasing the single?
Yes.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
the whole push. So, and Spotify gives you the opportunity to submit your single for consideration on their playlist. And now that we're kind of in this transitionary genre where we kind of fit in different categories, we could I could submit the song to multiple playlists for consideration, and each time we release a new song, a new single, we can continue to submit to these playlists.
Yeah, they just do it all different, all separate. If you're releasing a single,
Yeah,
Yeah.
each one would
I
have
was under the impression it wasn't going to be available on Spotify, just the videos.
Oh no, yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking, just
every 2 to 3 weeks release a new single.
as a single. Well, this is a whole different. We can. Tom and I were talking about using hard copies to shop to labels before it comes out. So look, check this out. This comes out in May. That gives us time to actually do that.
But yeah, I think we should shop this one and see if we can get any labels to pick it up. Like a lot of them, they want physical copies, so we just follow the requirements. We're gonna put together a list of.
Don't fucking label me.
Tom's gonna put together a list. He says
together a list,
we're. That's one of your jobs, Tom.
Yeah, put
All
together
right.
a list of labels to ship it out to, and see if anyone wants to.
As long as it's Christian.
Yeah, solid state. Tooth and nail.
I was gonna say tooth and nail.
Tooth and nail. Yeah. Are they still around? Are they?
Yeah, I think they're still
they
around.
I think they're canceled.
Really?
I don't know.
Hashtag canceled.
It's funny how many bands that blew up on those record labels later down the road is yeah, we're not Christian anymore.
That's Under Oath big time.
Under Oath, As I Lay Dying, MXPX. There's so many, dude. Those are the 3 that come off the top of my head like that. But there's
Under Oath was very outwardly Christian, like Spencer Chamberlain would speak about it all the time and do interviews on it.
I never really followed them, and still to this day, not really my cup of tea. But
I don't even know who they are.
Under Oath?
Yeah, bro.
You never even heard of them?
I mean, I've heard of them, but I couldn't tell you a song.
They had some good songs, but
I don't hate them or anything like that. But they never stuck out to me. They're just another band. Kind of like Bless the Fall, or I know you like them, but Secrets kind of was that way to me. Just kind of another band. Didn't really stick out to me. They have some good songs though. They're a little bit better than And Bless the Fall had some good songs too. So
I'm not familiar with Bless the Fall either. I've heard of them.
yeah, it's kind of okay. All right. So May 8th, and we'll have
May 8th will be what?
when the EP digitally is fully available,
Okay. Yeah.
and leading up to that, we'll have singles.
Well, the hard copy will be available soon.
Yeah. So speaking of hard copy,
How much we selling them for?
$5.
$5.
Dollar track. 15 minutes. Of,
$5 plus tip. What? Fucking work your whole life for this shit.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, people could definitely put some tips in if they feel so compelled. Check out our merch store. There was something else I was going to ask you guys.
I still got those sunglasses to print on that I found.
That's right. How many pairs you got?
30?
And you
Did I tell you a little about those?
you got the cricket,
No.
right?
Yeah.
So you can just do that.
Yeah. I'll just have to, now that we have the new logo, the new icon stuff, I can do that. I found a bunch of sunglasses. Like, they're not like the they're obviously like giveaway ones. Like they're like ones that you would promotional ones, but they're like a little bit nicer than like the super cheapy ones. And
They're just they're black on black, right?
yeah, I think they're black on black, and they kind of look like Ray-Bans almost.
Cool.
And but we can print the logo on the side of them, and they're all individually sleeved and stuff. But I got them really cheap.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you should do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Dude,
that'd be cool.
You're putting the logo on them yourself?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a cricket machine he can do that with.
What's the
It's a
cricket?
little vinyl cutter.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, promo photos. We're gonna do promo photos. You don't care.
Polka dot boxers, wife beaters, and tall white socks.
That'd be hilarious, actually.
We should do that, and then
It's like
just all be-
Blink-182.
and I'll be sitting around on a couch,
Oh,
like we're
so you
watching
can
Sunday,
see like
Sunday football.
Tom's hairy thighs.
Yeah.
When you lifted your leg up, I was like, oh, I don't want to see that.
Take a picture where we're like...
We're all fully dressed in Tom's in his underwear. All right, well, I texted JR about promo photos. So, dude, we're making good progress here. So we got a release date on our album, May 8th, for digital.
Digital.
And the sooner the better on everything else, like singles and physicals.
Yeah.
And then we're going to set up some promo photos. I asked JR, just texted him, see if he could do mid-January. I just said mid-January, sometime in there.
Why don't we do mid-January? Why don't we do like you talked about the pyramid scheme, that'd be cool. But you also said getting bundled up. Why don't we all get on the back of a sled? We get like one of those big long toboggan sleds and go down a big hill.
Okay. Would it be cool if we could come up with something that tied into our album somehow?
Our album's pretty like springy, fall-y. Saying we should try and send a dog down a sled?
Shit. This is for all the dogs who like to lick their red rockets. That's what that sounded like when you said it.
Take a picture with a bunch of fucking dogs.
We can all bring our dogs. That sounds like a fucking headache, though. Tom be there with his cat.
Too bad we couldn't get the album dog.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. We can think about that. That's nothing we have to figure out right now. I haven't really thought about like what we would actually do for the promo photos. It could be cool just to go to like the pyramid scheme, even at those like the booths, just to have a well lit bar.
Yeah. Don't they have those cool lights there?
If not, but we could even go to something a little bit more upscale. There's some good restaurants in GR. I bet we could just call ahead and ask. Be like, hey, we'll buy a round. There's got to be some good spots.
Let's go to the aquarium. See some fish together.
What? What aquarium?
I don't know.
I'm not aware of any aquariums. Like, till you get to like Detroit, Chicago.
I just want to see some fish, some motherfucking dolphins, you know?
Okay. Thanks for adding.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. I'm on antibiotics. Don't look at me that look.
I'm gonna have to edit that all out, you motherfucker. God. You and your fucking noises.
Just leave it.
No, it sounds terrible. You guys should. You know how much Ryan just goes.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, dude! Right into the fucking microphone, and I'm just like, God damn it, Ryan. Tom's trying to tell a story, and all I hear is.
He's a big, heavy breather.
Okay, one more question. Do we want to do anything in a live event to celebrate the release of the album?
Oh yeah, this is what we had talked about.
Like
Nate
any
had-
sort of like in any way, like an album release show, traditional, where we play live music, an album premiere, or a listening party, or any other type of idea that you guys might have. Just a house party where we invite people over. I don't know. You know what that'd be more like the listening party kind of idea. But it feels like we should do something to celebrate. It's a big deal when you release an album. It's like giving birth to a kid.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like, I got it out.
I don't want to do the traditional CD or the EP release. I feel like that.
That seems the most stale to me.
Yeah.
But I mean,
What do you think?
it's also a safe option.
That's true.
People won't be like, "What the fuck are these guys doing?" If you just do a release show, put 3-4 bands on it, whatever you're gonna do.
I don't know. I guess I don't feel one way or the other about it.
Okay. I've asked a few people about what they think would be fun or cool, and they've all told Tom's been there. They all think the album premiere idea could be pretty cool. Where we basically invite people to watch a screening of the music videos.
That would be done
It'd be all-
before we release anything.
I think ooh.
Have to be, right?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that would actually make the most sense if we were doing an album premiere. Would be before everything gets released.
Or in the midst, maybe. Maybe something has come out to lead up to it. I don't know. That's a good question.
Band Breaks with Martyr for Madison.